Welcome to another connection here on TKO 8 Television. Dennis King and Tabitha Odegaard. Always a pleasure each week to come into the studio and tell you about things going on around the area that possibly you don't know about. And it helps us a lot because we learn every week about some organization or some person that's doing something good for the area. And this is the same type of thing going to happen today. We're going to talk to a couple of people about two organizations that do a lot for people. How you been?
I'm good. How are you, Dennis?
Fitness club.
Oh, it's busy. It's
Staying
great.
fit?
I'm trying to stay fit, yeah. That's part of my job.
Part of your job.
Part of my job. I work out for a living.
Are you still spinning a lot?
Yeah, still spinning a lot. Every morning pretty much, and every evening.
It's still busy out there a lot.
Yeah.
I've noticed. It seemed like it never did slow down during the summer, which is a little surprising because usually in the summer months with kids out of school, vacations, and etc., people kind of put aside the fitness part of their life and then pick it up in the fall. And then, of course, always the New Year's resolution, you know, that lasts usually about 90 days.
I'm looking forward to it, but it'll be scary this year, I think. So.
It will be. But it's good. So, but if anybody wanted to check on your classes and schedules, they can go by and pick up a schedule.
Yeah, it's at the fitness club, and I teach spinning classes, which is a stationary bike workout class. I've got 6 bikes in my classroom, and I just pretty much just put you through hell no. Just get a good workout, and we have lots of fun. And it's next to Nature's Wonders, and I do classes morning and in the evening as well. So
yeah, so you got classes, and then you do toning and personal training and all that.
I do,
Very good.
on my free time.
On your free time, yeah. You got lots of things going on. Stay with us. We'll be back in a moment, and we'll talk to a young lady about a program that will help a lot of our military people overseas on Connection.
Start spinning, twisting, and pumping into a healthy lifestyle 24 hours a day at the fitness club. With all of the best equipment and personal trainers, you're ensured a workout that's fun, effective, and motivating. At the fitness club, you can enhance your glow, relax your mind, and refresh your body all in one convenient location. So what are you waiting for? Start spinning, twisting, and pumping your way into a new you today. Enhance your lifestyle and reach your goals at the fitness club, Highway 6265 North in Harrison. Dental Creations on the Square in Harrison is the go-to place for all your denture services. We know how to get good results. We save you time and money because our lab is on site. A dental office you will like and trust. Dental Creations on the Square in Harrison, next to Harness Boots. Just look for the big red boot next door. Call today. You'll be glad you did.
Back on Connection here on TKO 8 Television, and our first guest in the studio today is Jennifer Golden. Jennifer, thank you so much for coming in to be with us today on Connection.
Well, thank you for having me.
Well, actually, Jennifer actually sent us an email, I think, and this is something that I'd heard about a little bit, but not much. I didn't really know the details of it, but it has to do with our military soldiers.
Yes.
Particularly those that are abroad, other countries protecting us and keeping our freedom. So,
anyway. Giving them a shoebox and spreading the love.
Yeah. So talk about that a little bit. What is a shoebox for soldiers?
Well, shoeboxes for soldiers, we pretty much collect toiletry items, morale items. Sometimes we send duct tape, and socks, and just a wide variety of things. Nothing is more comforting, I guess, for someone who's away from home and strange land and have their life in danger. Then they get a box from home, whether it's their family or not, but just some sort of
thinking about you.
Yeah,
You
pretty
know.
much.
That recognition to
yes.
to
Right,
see
that-
what's going on.
Sure.
That they're appreciated for, you know, putting their lives on the line. And it's not just them, because it's their family too that have to deal with
Absolutely.
the soldier being out of
Yeah,
the safety of,
Sure,
of home
sure.
and stuff.
This Shoebox for Soldiers program, is it a national is it something, kind of tell me a little bit about how it started, or where did it start?
Well, my aunt in '08, my cousin had got sent over, and she was just totally beside herself. You know, her only son being sent overseas, and she wanted to help. And the only way she could think of was to send him boxes, and then my cousin informed him that there were people in his troop that didn't get anything. They'd been over there for months and never received anything. And so my cousin's like, hey, you know, Mom, send them something to them. So that's where it started. Like I said, that was in '08, and we've been going ever since.
Wow.
Good deal.
I can imagine, or I can't even imagine, I should say, when soldiers are stationed in some foreign country, you know, most of the time they're there to protect us or to guarantee our freedom here, and putting their lives on the line every day. You know, it's almost like they probably feel like, well, we're kind of forgotten. We're over here, our family, many of them have children and spouses, and they're there, and I'd say any little thing that they receive from home is like, you know, because they can't get phone calls really much, you know, anymore.
Yeah, it would definitely make them feel
it
good.
would really make them feel like,
smile on
hey,
their
we
face,
hadn't
for
forgot
sure.
about you. We know you're there, and we appreciate, you know, any little thing. Doesn't have to be big monetary type gifts, but just anything, toothbrush, toothpaste, you
Right.
know, anything
So
like
if
that.
somebody wanted to help you out with this, because pretty much you're doing it here in Harrison by yourself. You don't have very
Right.
like,
And my aunt's been busy with her own personal life, and so she's not as involved as she used to be in the beginning. And so it's kind of been left up to me and her daughter,
Okay.
which she's in Springfield area too. So I'd love to have volunteers help me. I have plans, like for 2 years I've been wanting to do a charity motorcycle run. I did end up getting hooked up with the Christian Motorcyclists Association, and we're doing a bike night on October 4th to collect donations, and that's also the first day of our Christmas campaign.
Okay.
October 4th, where would you meet at?
It's going to be down on, I believe it's North Sycamore and Rush, down just like a block from the square.
Okay.
Okay.
And there's going to be, as long as the food holds out, it's going to be free food. The CMA is what they call themselves. Well, donations are welcome for that, but that goes to CMA. But I will have a booth down there where I can receive items, hand out information, just pretty much be there and to
And that's
get
October
noticed, I
4th
guess. October 4th at 6 p.m.
at 6 p.m. Okay.
Okay.
If anybody has any other questions about that particular, who do they call? Who do they contact?
They can contact me. My phone number is 870-743-3404.
Okay.
That is also my residence, so if you get it, please leave a voicemail.
Okay.
Right.
Leave a message. Somebody wants to help or find out a way that they can donate or so forth.
Right.
Is there is there another place that is taking donations here in town that we could drop off our stuff?
Right now, it's Alter Ego Tattoos, just
Right
across from
Hudson's,
Hudson's.
yeah.
Right?
Okay.
And I'm working on others. I would love to have Edwards or Hudson's or some larger scale place to get it.
Right.
Or you can contact me and we can meet up somewhere.
Indeed.
Because I understand I don't have quite a lot of drop-off sites, so
Yeah. Well, you may get more people involved, you know.
And you do need more volunteers.
I would love
Is
to
that
have more
correct?
volunteers. I have some big plans that I would love to see happen for shoeboxes.
And all the soldiers that you're going to be mailing to, are they pretty much from Harrison, or are they just from worldwide?
Well, not necessarily just Harrison, but from the Ozarks.
Ozarks.
Because my aunt started in Springfield, so there are a lot of Springfield soldiers. And since we mail to the whole troop, most likely most of the troop is from this area, is my assumption. But and you can also add a soldier. If you, we recently added one. Actually, we added 130.
130.
Yeah, so, you know, he was just having trouble with the transition. He was going to be there for a while, and the mother just wasn't able to do what, you know, and so she asked, and we sent him a box prior to our 4th of July campaign, which is every year starting May 4th until June 4th.
Okay, so you have 2 campaigns a year?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, we actually do it all year round.
Okay.
But those are the 2 focus times, I guess.
Okay.
And you know, he got it. Because we sent the box prior to the campaign, and we added it to our campaign.
Okay.
And then he's going to be getting 1 this year. So that's 3 this year that he's going to be. Him and his troop have gotten. So
Wonderful.
The sending of the boxes. Do you have some company like FedEx or UPS? How do you? Where do you come up with the money, or how do you get the boxes overseas?
We call it shoe boxes, and my aunt said that she actually started with shoe boxes,
Right.
but we couldn't get.
No, you can't get much in a shoebox.
Exactly. So we've upgraded to the flat rate priority box.
Okay.
The large one.
Okay.
I also have heard that they have one specific decorated for the
Military.
I don't remember what the abbreviations are, but they're about the same size. Maybe one's not as thick or deep or whatever, but either one's fine. It costs about $16 or so to ship. So we also take cash donations to help with shipping.
Right. I started to say you probably need. She probably needs help from a monetary standpoint, because somebody's got to pay for the boxes to be shipped over there. And I knew it had to be, even if it's U.S. mail, partial post type. It's still going to be for a box, that size. Obviously $16-20 per box to send it overseas. So you need help there too. I mean, from that standpoint, not only products, but you could use some monetary help.
Correct.
Money too. Okay.
And you can go if you can't call me and you like to do it online or whatever. You can go to shoeboxesforsoldiers.com.
Okay.
And we have a place where you can use PayPal, I believe, and donate money that way.
Very good.
I did forget to mention that if you're in the Springfield area, you can also drop off boxes at any of the family pharmacy locations in the Springfield area, because they've been with us from the beginning.
Okay.
And it's actually their warehouse is where we store the items up until the shipping date.
Oh, okay. Family pharmacies out of the Springfield market. Okay. Very good.
Very good.
Well, it looks like you need not only bodies, she needs bodies to help her gather this together. You've taken on a pretty big project. This is pretty big for one person.
Yes, it is. She
I have
definitely
realized that, and I struggle with it.
So you need help personally.
You got to start somewhere.
Yeah, and she needs money donations, and obviously anybody that would like to donate any type of health and beauty care items, anything like that, I'm sure would be very much appreciated.
Yeah.
Or anything that personal items that soldiers could use, and they don't have access to a lot of things that we do here. We forget about that sometimes.
And some people they think that it's all paid for over there, but they actually would be shocked to hear of how much soldiers actually have to pay for on their own.
Yep. Let's before we finish up here again. Okay, let's give them a contact phone number. Your number, if you don't mind, again.
Okay, 870-743-3404.
Okay, and also they can go online, shoeboxesforsoldiers.com.
Correct.
Okay, shoeboxesforsoldiers.com, and they've got a website there. So she needs your help. Jennifer Golden has taken on some responsibility here in the Harrison area to try to move this program along here in the Ozarks for those soldiers that many of them are from right around here. Some of them may be one of your friends or neighbors that's overseas right now protecting our country. So you can help out any little thing, monetary donation, or if you just go buy some things, go to one of the big box stores and buy some stuff and give her a call and drop it off, because it would be going into the holiday season. That's really when they're away from their families and friends, and they need just a little bit of support. Thank you so much, Jennifer.
You so
we
much.
appreciate you coming in today. Good luck with the program.
Yes, good luck.
We'll try to get the word out and help you on
for
this.
sure.
I forgot to mention we do have a Facebook page.
Okay.
Facebook page.
Facebook. Very good. Facebook, that's always good as well. Stay with us. We'll be back in a moment. We're going to talk with a gentleman about the Red Cross and what's coming up in the area on Connection.
Harrison, Arkansas, a town where business is personal. A Health Mart town. Pharmacist Tara Wilmot owns her Health Mart pharmacy. Here, Tara offers free one-on-one prescription medication consultations, providing information to customers in a way that makes them feel comfortable, not confused. Expert knowledge, personal attention. It's what makes Tara a Health Mart pharmacist and Harrison a Health Mart town. Your town is a Health Mart town. So visit your locally owned Health Mart today. No one does a better job at keeping your wheels rolling like Joe Honeycutt and the staff at Tire World in Harrison. Tire World not only offers the best brands and tires such as Michelin and BF Goodrich, they also have a complete service department. From wheel alignments and brakes to shocks and struts, Tire World will keep you on the road safely. From large commercial tires to lawn tractors, Tire World will keep you rolling. Plus, Tire World features a large selection of rims and wheels in stock for almost every make and model car, truck, or SUV, with special orders available. With quality you can count on, stop in to Tire World in Harrison.
Back on Connection here on TKO 8 Television, Dennis King and Tabitha Odegaard. Thanks for joining us today on our Connection show, which we do each week and bring different people in and organizations and are able to talk to them about what they've got going on, what's important to you and what's important to them, and what their needs are. Our guest in the studio for the second half of the show today is Tom Batson, and Tom is here with the American Red Cross. Yes. Tom, thank you so much. We appreciate you coming in to be with us today. And I had a call about, I should remember all these things. I've put a lot of them on our calendars here, but September is Disaster Relief Month, and of course when you talk about disasters, you talk about the Red Cross. And actually, Tom, we were just talking coming down here about the problems they're having in Colorado. You know, all the flooding out there, people have lost everything, and the flooding continues, and Red Cross obviously is sending people from all over the country out there to help those people. But anyway, we want to talk about the Red Cross and what's going on here in Boone County and around the area.
I'm excited. Boone County is actually working into our Disaster Preparedness Month, and in doing so, we're actually going to be at the county fairgrounds, passing out information, letting folks know what they can do to be ready. One of the things that I kind of heard a phrase yesterday, and it's really perfect. You know, when you talk about getting ready for disasters, you think having a kit ready, having some water, some food, some spending money, some of those things, and those are common sense things. But when disasters happen, common sense goes out the window.
It does.
So what you do is you have your common sense in a box, and it gives you that little bit of relief knowing that you've done something to be prepared for your family, and it actually helps you as you start moving forward in the recovery portion after disaster.
In this part of the country, I guess I think we're somewhat fortunate here in Harrison, Arkansas, and in the Ozarks. Yes, we do have tornadoes that come through once in a while, unfortunately. Not very often. We do have flooding once in a while because of the quick rising of the streams, which we have a lot of streams around here. We have an ice storm once, it seems like every 10 years or so. But we've been real fortunate. We don't have a lot of that, but we still have the house fires, and we still have the minor things that go on that become major for those people that are involved in it, and that's where the Red Cross comes in so much, I think.
That's right.
Is being a support for that.
And it doesn't have a season. When we talk about training, we have off-season, on-season type programs going on, but this is the off-season, and 2 weeks ago we had 5 fires in less than a weekend.
Wow.
And so we were able to help those families out and give them a little start, a little boost while they start their recovery phase, and we're there 24/7 to answer that phone.
I see.
So what can we do to help?
Well, there's a couple things. First of all, if you have in the back of your mind something that you see yourself ever doing for the Red Cross, we can make that happen. There's no such thing as too many of disaster assessment folks, too many forklift operators, too many people answer phones. Whatever you see yourself doing, we can make that happen. The other thing is, of course, is financial donations. You get on the website, which is www.redcross.org, and you can get on that website and donate at any time. And the other thing is just to pass the word. Let folks know. There are a lot of folks who just still, at this point, don't know what we're able to do to help out. And those are great things to do.
If let's say if someone had a house fire or a personal disaster, is that something? How does the Red Cross? How do you know? Where do you get the information? Does somebody have to call you, or is it just? How does the information flow go?
The information flow actually goes a couple directions. The first one is that we have a great relationship with Boone County 911.
Okay.
And they will let us know when fires happen to give us kind of an early notification.
Okay.
Now, we cannot just show up. We have to be invited.
Okay.
And by the client or by the fire chief, whoever's the incident commander. And they'll call us, and then we come out to the fire scene and take care of them as quickly as possible. That's one way.
Okay.
The other way is for the individuals can call us, and sometimes it's just word of mouth. I heard so-and-so, and so we'll actually contact them and say, how are you? Is there anything you need? You know, how's your recovery process going? But the quickest way has always been 911. We have a great relationship with them.
They're, of course, they're firsthand
That's right.
when emergency takes place.
And all the fire departments in Boone County, Newton County, and Searcy have our information, so they can contact us. So they literally, an individual could go to whoever's taking care of their fire and say, how can I contact Red Cross? And they'll have that information.
Okay. Training, I guess, do you? You said you're going to be at the Northwest Arkansas District Fair, but like, how do you get people kind of involved in the thing? I mean, do you have events?
Right. We have a meeting every month, the first Monday of the month, at the Emergency Services Office, formerly the Old County Jail.
Okay.
On Monday night, 6 o'clock. The other thing is that we have training. Disaster without training is chaos. And so we train every month. There's always something. And right now, one of the things we're doing is we're in the process of putting together a disaster assessment exercise. That's the first step of any major disaster, is being able to tell the county, FEMA, what exactly we're looking at as far as damage in the area. And the Red Cross provides a disaster assessment team to actually go hit the streets and make that information possible. That's our first thing we want to do. And so in order to increase our response time for that, we're doing disaster assessment this month. We teach logistics, we do CPR training, shelter training. I mean, every month there's something going on to keep our folks better trained and ready for those days when they come.
And if they wanted more information on that, they just call the Red Cross.
That's right. There's several ways to reach us. That same website, www.redcross.org.
Okay.
That links you with everything. If you want to volunteer, you can click on I want to volunteer, and they will get you connected with my volunteer coordinator, Patsy Dean, and she'll get you through the process.
Okay.
They can also call the phone numbers we have, which is one of them is 870-754-5183. That connects to me, and we'll get you in tune with those things, and or send me an email.
Okay.
You know, tombatson11@gmail. I'll be glad to answer any questions you have. So lots of ways to get through to us.
Get to it, yeah. The Red Cross for this area, I guess I should say, is it for several counties? I mean, are you responsible, like Harrison Red Cross, is it responsible for several counties?
We cover 3 counties from our office. We cover Boone, Newton, and Searcy County.
Okay.
And I have representatives that actually report to those specific OEMs from each of those counties, and then we serve them when those disasters happen, when fires happen or whatever. And then occasionally we've gone up into Baxter, Marion, and Carroll when their team members are out elsewhere. So
okay.
It gets pretty widespread.
How many team members would you like have? How many do you have active team members?
We have 41 active team members right
41.
now. Now we have a bunch of folks that are inactives. In other words, they've served for us, they've worked hard for us, but other things go on. Life goes on.
Sure.
But if the major disaster happens, they say, still call us.
Okay.
And so we have those folks as well. That's kind of our reserve. But 41 active members right now that are doing various different kinds of jobs for us.
You know, we mentioned about the situation in Colorado, the flooding out there. Do you have members from here going out there?
I do.
Okay.
I deployed one last night, and then I have one more that left the day before. Health services folks that are going out there now. And as the mission calls for more, we'll be seeking more volunteers that want to go out there and help.
So how does that work at the Red Cross out there? If they're short on a particular type of, I don't know, you call it position or entity of the Red Cross, then they would say, they put out a notice that we need 2 or 3 more or a dozen, whatever.
They have staffing professionals that are volunteers that actually track that information. And for example, if they need shelter workers, they'll put out a need request for shelter workers, and then it comes to the chapter in Rogers, and then it filters down to the service workforce leaders like myself, and then we just put that information out. When folks say, yeah, I'm available to go, then the Red Cross will get them there. We'll feed them, we'll house them, take care of them while there's no cost, literally, for a volunteer when they deploy. The Red Cross takes care of it all.
Yeah, that's okay.
Very good. Is there anything else?
Yeah, what about the future? What do you got coming up?
We got a couple good things coming up. We've got a program for a new vehicle that's being put into service out here, and we'll be announcing more about that later.
Okay.
We have our disaster training exercises coming up that we'll be doing. We're also going to be hitting the health fair, Harvest Homecoming, any place we can to get the word out about how to be prepared, because that's what we really need to focus on this month. And with the colder season coming up, it's absolutely important. So we'll be pushing those things out, and of course, every month we've got something going on. So we'll be here again in the future to
talk about something we just mentioned a while ago. That's going to be good for your organization.
Yeah.
If let's say a company or another organization wanted to know a little bit, do you send someone? Can you send someone to an organization and talk to them, about the ins and outs?
Any organization, group, nonprofit, profit, doesn't matter, company, if they want to teach their folks about how to be prepared, we would be glad to send a team of folks, a pair of 2, and send them out there and give them that training, give them that information, and put on a nice little information program
to help them get involved in it.
Absolutely.
Well, obviously, you're always looking for donations. I'm sure monetary. You're always looking for good volunteers that want to just find I'm good at this, and can I volunteer my time? And I'm sure some people have more time than others, obviously, but any little bit would be helpful, I'm sure, as far as the
couple hours a week, couple hours a month, whatever works. We're always looking for folks that can do that, even just to work in our office.
Sure.
A couple hours a week is wonderful.
And your office is over at the old jail?
That's correct.
Over by the 911 stuff. Very good. Tom, thank you. We appreciate you coming in today. A lot of people probably take the Red Cross for granted sometimes, because you've always heard about it, and you see them in action when there's disasters all over the world. They're there, but it takes volunteers. So if everybody, if you're out there and you've got a little extra time and you want to help an organization that could probably will at some point in your lifetime probably be there for you, it would be a great organization to get involved in. Tom Baxton, thank you so much, and thanks for your volunteering and being a major part of the Red Cross in our area here. And give me a call when you're ready to come back in about that. We'll surprise everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
We hope you got some information today on Connection that maybe you didn't know about. Hopefully it'll help you, and you can certainly be a part of it by helping these organizations. And we had 2 good organizations here today, the Red Cross and then the Shoebox for Soldiers that the young lady has.
There's a lot of good people out there.
There really are a lot of good people, and we're fortunate. We're kind of partial to this part of the country, so we live in a giving part of the world, believe me, right here in Harrison, Arkansas. Thanks for joining us on Connection Day. Hope you have a good week out at the fitness club. Keep everybody in shape, will you?
All right.
We'll see you again next week at the same time.